We turn attention to the National Assembly, where the Senate has constituted a 12-member ad hoc committee to draft a comprehensive position paper in response to growing international concerns over alleged persecution of Christians in the country. The decision was taken during a closed-door session following debate sparked by a recent motion and claims by the United States government suggesting possible acts of genocide in parts of Nigeria. The Senate is seeking urgent sensitization to discourage citizens from migrating illegally to war-torn countries like Libya. TVC has more.
The Senate's resolution were as far-reaching as they were urgent. Lawmakers are urging the National Orientation Agency to immediately begin a nationwide campaign to educate Nigerians on the dangers of illegal migration to unstable countries, particularly Libya, where thousands have suffered exploitation and modern-day slavery. Senator Bassi Albert raised the motion after fresh reports showed nearly 1,000 Nigerians repatriated from Libya this year alone, many with chilling tales of torture, sexual abuse, and forced labor.
A Nigerian woman, Mercy Olugbenga, narrated how she sold her family's property and dropped out of the university to travel to Libya, only to be held captive for over a year, while her blood was repeatedly drained against her will.
Lawmakers expressed concern that these recurring abuses tarnish Nigeria's global image and expose the government's weak protection of citizens abroad.
We need, as much as we talk about how to assist those who are already there, we have to discuss how to prevent more and more Nigerians from going to Libya.
As a matter of urgency, commence immediate sensitization of all Nigerians on the dangers of emigrating to countries that are war-torn.
The Nigerian Immigration and Prison Services should liaise with the Libyan prisons to repatriate Nigerian female prisoners who birthed children in prisons.
The Senate mandated a joint committee involving diaspora, judiciary, and foreign affairs to investigate trafficking networks and unlicensed travel agents operating across Nigeria's borders. They also asked the federal government through NAPTIP and the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs to create a comprehensive reintegration program for returnees with psychosocial support, skill training, and enterprise assistance. The stories are heartbreaking, but the Senate is taking a tough stand, pushing for stronger laws, tighter border control, and renewed diplomatic efforts. Lawmakers say it is time to ensure that no Nigerian is ever enslaved on foreign soil again. TVC News, Abuja.
Let's take you to Rivers State, where the House of Assembly is seeking immediate intervention to alleviate effects of flooding in the state. This comes following the flash flood that caused the death of 2 individuals in Port Harcourt. Correspondent Tuchi Okoro has more.
Members of the House reconvened in a somber mood for their second sitting since the lifting of the state of emergency. The session began on a reflective note as lawmakers mourned 2 brothers who drowned after being swept away by flood waters. They debated a motion urging the state government to intensify efforts to prevent further loss of lives.
If immediate actions are not carried or taken, more people will die as a result of flash flood. Mr. Speaker, it was allowed that if serious and urgent actions are not taken to avert the increased flash flooding which led to the death of 2 people in Rivers, more people may die or face serious untold action.
You will notice that for some years, our canals and drains have not been desilted. I know that a time ago, the responsibility to desilt our drains is to doctor with Rwanda, the Reverse Migrant Agency. At some point, I don't know if that has changed, but I've noticed that our drains for a long time have not been desilted, except the one that's on themselves to do.
The House unanimously resolved to direct the state ministries of environment and urban and regional planning to develop an action plan for clearing all canals and drainage channels.
These 2 ministries can work together so
that you can understand what the master plan of this Port Harcourt or other cities within our states is. What is the plan of the Rivers State government? What is it that the Rivers State government is currently doing? What does it plan to do? We cannot watch, fold our hands, and see Rivers people dying, or our environment being taken over by any type of fraud.
The House, in its resolution, also directed its committees on environment and urban and regional planning to investigate measures to curb the rising incidents of flash floods in Rivers State. The committees were given 2 weeks to submit their report. Uche Okoro, TVC News, Port Harcourt.
Still in Rivers State, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Martin Amewule, has paid a condolence visit to the family of 2 teenage brothers who lost their lives in the recent flooding. During the visit to the residents in Irregular community, the Speaker pledged to push for government action to prevent a recurrence.
Stepson that just came with school uniform to come and pay them a weekend visit that Friday. So the water took away his slippers. So this own direct brother who is now saw that water is taking away his junior brother. He now followed it up to rescue him from the water. Unfortunately, the water took them away, 2 of them.
That way he fall, 2 years ago, he fall, water enter. Last year, water entered. But this year, you don't too much. And not the day around our things they scatter. Our things they, but this year is over too much. So as enough is enough.
I'm here on behalf of the good people of Obiakpo Constituency 1 to condole with you and the rest of your family for what has happened. I have heard what you have said, and from the assessments we have done so far, it clearly shows that there's need for the Rivers State government to look into the issue of clearing our canals, making them properly able to contain the flood water around the states.